No, this is Spellbinder with this WorldNet Daily exclusive. And the people out there who doubted that Obama's a Marxist, well, the proof is in the pudding. Communist Party and Obama's cover-up. A radical group previously mapped out strategy for president's first term in office. You know, this destructive term that just about destroyed our country. This is done by Aaron Klein for WorldNet Daily. It says the Communist Party USA has scrubbed its website of references that stated it actively supported President Obama's election. An article posted on the party's official website on December 30th, 2007 previously stated, "Our party actively supported Obama during the primary election." The article was referring to Obama's 2004 election to the Senate. It detailed how the African American community trade unionists played key roles in defeating the ultra-right. This was also reflected in the historical election of Barack Obama. Our party actively supported Obama during the primary elections, stated the article. A screenshot of the article is at this link here, but they actually put it on here, and there you can see it. Special district meeting on African American equality. I don't know why people think that communism that they got is so perfect. It's not. It's not the idyllic communist theory. This is the Soviet, Chinese communism that these people are actually pushing. You just don't realize it. The idyllic form, nobody's in charge. But in this form, like in Russia, they had the top people in government that were making all the money, and everybody else are slaves to them. Now, you wake up and do your research, you'll find this out as a fact, that communism doesn't work. The idyllic form never has worked, since it was made by Marx. It never works. It tells you right here exactly what was in the article. The snippet was this right here. This was only reflected in an historic election of Barack Obama. Our party actively supported Obama during the primary election. There you got it. And they actually said they were supporting them. A communist group was supporting them. You know, the people you see out there that Alex Jones did in his videos, like the one he did out during the Republican nomination, and he went and talked to the Communist Party, and they wouldn't talk to him offhand, and when they did, they just told him to go away, because these guys were the real ones supporting the unidyllic communist theory. Because you just can't have an idyllic communist theory. I'm telling you again. You have somebody who will play God and King and tell everyone else what to do. This never fails in a communist government. It just never fails. I mean, look at all the people. Somebody's in charge. They're not doing it for their health. They're doing it to make a buck and to become all-powerful control freaks. Anyways, the website has since been scrubbed of the reference to the Communist Party USA aiding Obama, with the article now reading simply, "This was reflected in the historic election of Barack Obama." When previously reported, the official magazine of the Communist Party USA had landed an important role of labor unions in electing Obama to the presidency in 2008. Story continues below. The American Federation of Labor and Congress of Industrial Organization, the AFL-CIO, sponsored a poll showing union members supported Obama by a 68-30 margin and strongly influenced their family members. According to the survey, Obama won among white men who are union members by 18 points. Union gun owners backed Obama by 12 points, while union veterans voted for Obama by a 25-point margin. In the general population, Obama lost these groups by significant margins. Political affairs. The Community Party USA's magazine quoted the AFL-CIO President John Sweeney, a long-time member of the Boston chapter of the Democrat Socialists for America, expressing hope labor unions can continue working with Obama. Again, even in socialism, which in its idyllic form, it's pure form works, but it never works because the people that started up want to be in control. Again, the guys running it are always above the government of that system. They always seem to be above it. In the Communist Party and in the Socialist Party, there's always people who are saying, well, somebody's got to run this. It might as well be me. And then there you go, off with them becoming dictators, basically, over the rest. And the rest become slaves. A good example would be like watching something like Animal Farm would be a good movie to watch. That would be a good one to watch. That was written by the same person, Orwell, who did 1984. Which is another example of how the system never works. The election is just step one in delivering change we need, Sweeney said. Working men and women are posed to keep the energy pumping to help Obama administration lead the change we need. Yeah, change from a republic democracy straight into a communist democracy, which is 50%, just basically democracy. 50% say the other 50%'s got to go, or 51% say the other half has to go. They got to go. There will be no gap or letdown. The Communist magazine said priorities for labor unions are regulating Wall Street and restoring fairness to international trade, as well as healthcare reform to provide coverage to nearly 50 million people without insurance and make medical care affordable for all. Yes, and somebody's making a big, big profit on that. The Communists mapped out Obama's agenda. Immediately following the November 2008 presidential election, Wynne reported the Communist Party USA mapped out policies crucial for Obama to push through in his first term, including single-payer socialist health care system, laws to make joining a labor union easier, raising the minimum wage, and increasing labor union support. In May of 2009, Wynne reported the leader of the Communist Party USA declared that with Obama as president, health care and the economy can be reformed. U.S. troops can be evacuated from the Middle East. A second stimulus bill can be passed. The criminal justice system can be overhauled. And the union rights can be expanded. All these and many other things are within our reach now, exclaimed Sam Webb in the New York banquet speech for the People's Weekly World, an official newspaper for the Communist Party USA. Like I said, these never work. These parties never work and never have. And you're just fooling yourself if you think communism is the way to go. It's not. Republicanism is the way to go. Republic democracy. Study it. Read it. The forefathers were right when they wrote the Constitution. It was a working, perfect plan. It worked in Rome before Caesar claimed himself dictator and started minting gold coins and saying everyone had to have this coin to pay their taxes with. And then, that's where it went downhill because they used money based on nothing. It was based on the government controlling the issue of the money. And that's how it worked so good. And Rome built what it built. Colosseums and things, because they had the power then. It's just like we used to have that. We used to have money backed by nothing. It wasn't backed by gold and silver. That didn't happen until after, like in the 1920s, or actually before that, 1900, when all that was going down. Actually 1880s. Just watch the movie The Secret of Oz, and it will explain the money system, how the banksters wanted to get gold back in the money, and how we tried to get silver to hedge off the banksters to shut them down. We was going to use silver because silver was more plentiful, and it would outdo gold, and gold were lost its shine, and people got their money back and wouldn't have any debt on it because the government would have been making it. But no, we let it all go away. We went to sleep and said government can handle it. Well, that's what happens when you go to sleep and you take your eye off the government for a minute. You're like a little kid. When they're not looking, they're in the cookie jar. Until next time, this is Spellbinder saying, do your homework. Please, people, do your research on this. If you all were smart and had historical readings and background studies, you wouldn't let this happen because you're seeing that what has happened before is happening again. History does repeat itself if you take your eye off the ball. Until next time, be good at it, and good day.